In this video, I'll use my understanding of positional play and activity to go up 3 pawns, but I might screw it up, so stay tuned so I can teach you what I learned the hard way, but the easy way. Let's go. So in the previous video, we learned a pretty harsh endgame rule that I should care more about counterplay and stop it because I allow counterplay because I think my play is faster because I'm winning, and I just don't use my time, and all of a sudden I'm losing. And that was probably the lesson from both of my last games. Like, I outplay people in the end game quite easily. My middle game, I crush them. Then I go into a completely winning end game and lose them somehow very badly 2 times in a row. So I would advise you watch those 2 videos behind this one because it was very helpful. Like, you will learn some opening things. You will see how I crush 1700s in the middle game quite easily. And then you'll see how to not play an end game, which is sometimes you gotta see what not to do to know what to do. So if you don't want to miss these type of lessons, subscribe for sure. Because I wish I had someone with that I could just look at on YouTube with such horrible endgame techniques, so I could learn from him instead of doing all of the hard work myself. Because this is quite costly now and quite tilting as well. So what I'm doing is just taking the center, challenging his center, and putting pressure on his center. This bishop, by the way, is also influencing the center. It's not staring at the center, but it's attacking a piece of him that is controlling the center. So now I could take, but then he could take with the knight. And I think the engine, by the way, wants me to take. But I don't really like those lines. Because I don't know, I would prefer him attacking my bishop first before I take the knight. But I think taking was the best move, actually. And all of the time what happens, like my next move to develop would be knight here, then they think, oh nice, I could take, and then I can just develop with an attack here and crush them in the center. So now that he attacks me, I'll take gladly. I actually want him to attack me, and now I could take here and put the knight there, and I'm attacking his center pretty ruthlessly. So I can put my queen there, my knight here, bishop will go either here or there. I can castle kingside, obviously, and then take the c-file and just attack this weak pawn. And the whole point of this opening is pretty much attack the center very slowly. A lot of the times you will have this pawn structure and you can quite easily organize all of your pieces to attack the d pawn. And a lot of chess is just like a bit of fighting and a bit of looking what he gives you and just trying to fight and make bruises. And he has a bruise here, and I will put pressure on his bruise. And that's pretty much how you win positional chess. It's just shuffling the pieces, trying to put pressure, and just waiting till he allows a bruise. And the bruise looks pretty minor, but if you can put a lot of pressure on a minor bruise, the bruise will just expand, you know what I mean? And that is pretty much how I think in chess. I just shuffle my pieces, shuffle the pawns, make small bruises, and exploit the small bruises with a lot of pressure. So now he's thinking, oh, he wants to do this, I'll stop him, but I don't really care. Now this is weak, this is weak, this is stupid. If you take, you develop my bishop. So, I mean, these are my only squares to put my bishop, so if you take my knight, I'll just take back, and my bishop is pretty darn nice there. It can rotate, and it's controlling some nice squares. So, and actually after takes and takes, like, how do you even defend this? I think I will just straight up win the pawn. Like, you cannot defend it physically. I mean, maybe physically, but not on the chessboard. So, yeah, he cannot take that, will blunder the pawn, and his only way to maintain this pawn is to go there, but then I can attack it again, and you cannot defend. Then you think, oh, but if you take, you self-pin, but after take, and if you try to exploit pressure on the spin, I can just put a bishop here. So probably his most resilient move is knight to c3, so that after takes, he can attack my queen and I cannot put my bishop on c5. So after takes, if you take, I gladly take back, and if takes and you try to put pressure, I can unpin myself. This will be annoying though. So if takes, you go here, I can just move my queen. I could also take this, by the way, and your knight is hanging. I could take this now and your rook is hanging, but after this takes... Oh, not that. Takes here. Takes with an attack on your bishop. You could attack my queen, but I can take this with a check first. I mean, those are two free pawns, no? And the only way to threaten my queen is to or move this and I can take that, or move your queen and I can trade and take this. So that looks like two free pawns. You have to play either this or this. I mean, you could try this, but I can take, so that doesn't make any sense. Oh, and I can take your rook as well. What am I talking about? I mean, there's a line with, like, what is it? Bishop goes out here, I take, and you can, like, completely trap my queen, but it's not this line at all, but there's a line like that. Yeah, so that does make sense. I can take. I do have to be slightly careful of a rook here, but I can take with a check first. So I think I'm fine to go for that, but I should think about what knight to take with. What's the difference? This knight can be attacked, so after takes, you attack me. I could take with a check, take, and then take your knight. So I think it doesn't really matter too much, but I think I prefer leaving this knight here because it can be attacked. Which should be a slight, and it's also attacking this pawn, so maybe for something in the future that could be helpful. And if you move your bishop, I should think about, first of all, attacking it, forcing it back, and then taking with a check, which could be nice. Second of all, I should think about this, and after you attack my queen, I could take a piece, take a queen, take a queen, take a piece. But that leaves you with more development. So your rook went from here to there, and this rook went there, so that should leave you with more activity than me. So that shouldn't be good. His tempo investments is in pieces he would otherwise lose, so that looks quite stupid if I can say so. So I can just take this so that there are no future weird tactics. And after you take back, I can ask for a trade, which is sweet. And if you take or deny the trade, doesn't really matter. It's just that you cannot just attack my queen and gain a tempo. That's the only point I have. I could put my queen here if I want. I'm expecting something like queen goes there, and then I could ask for this trade. You can attack my queen after. That's quite annoying, yeah. So Maybe queen goes here. I put my queen there so that I can defend everything. Develop my bishop and castle because my king isn't safe though. I don't know what he's thinking about. Like, taking my queen is the most stupid thing you can do. Hmm. Yeah, taking would be quite stupid. So, putting your queen there isn't too good either. I can't put my queen there. You have allowed me this square. So like if you move your queen like this, you should think, okay, where does his queen want to go? Because this is not my maximum activity. Like you should look at pieces, like what is the maximum activity for that piece? And my maximum activity is not here, but it could be there. So if I want to go here to improve my queen's activity, you should stop it. So this move will for sure be better. Although I do have complications with it, but I think this just straight up wins some tempo or activity. You do have this, but then I could take and you don't have a threat, so you could attack me like this after, but I can take, so I'm expecting this takes, knight takes, but then I win another pawn and I can attack your knight and I can castle after, so I think I'm up 2 pawns again, but that would be the third video in a row that I'm up 2 pawns in an endgame, and I don't want to say that I will mess up, but I mean, maybe now it's 3 pawns actually, so maybe 3 pawns is my boundary where I don't mess up in an endgame. I shouldn't think this negative about my playing, but it's quite difficult not to. So, wow, what is that? So you just give me this, and I'm threatening to take this with a check and a trade. And take, attack my queen. I just move. Like, I think what he's planning is take, bishop here, but I can just go here and be fine. Defend this with my queen, put a bishop there, and just, I don't know, doesn't matter. Like, this is another free pawn, and if this is your plan, you are dumb. Like, straight up dumb. So I think he will take, and I'll just take back. Bishop d4, queen g5. And after all of that, I can develop my bishop and defend the g-pawn with my queen. And I have gotten a lot of traits. I have a passed d-pawn. I'll castle, put a rook behind my d-pawn and push it. And if he blockades my d-pawn, that will give me a lot of space. And I can use my space to generate activity and then use my activity to start a majority attack on the queen side. If you don't know what I just said, I'm waiting till my pre-move, yes. So I expect here, you do whatever. I can develop my bishop. You did not do what I thought, but it doesn't matter. I can now threaten a checkmate, which looks good. And still, if you somehow play this, I can also go there. So this is now a checkmate threat which you have to defend, which looks quite annoying. So I can castle, I have a passed pawn. There are no pawns stopping my pawn. So I can put a rook behind it, push this. He will probably barricade my pawn with all of his pieces. But now I have gained so much space that I can put all of my pieces there. Okay, that's not stupid. So if I do this, you go there, I can put my king in the center, and I think it's fine there. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't really have a choice, so let's just play the obvious move. You have to go here, I believe. And now I just have a pass d-pawn, put a rook behind it, rook on the open file, push my pawn, you barricade it. And then I can use my activity and my space advantage because I will be pushing a pawn to put all of my pieces in the center, have a lot of activity everywhere. And if all of his resources are just stopping my one pawn, I can start an majority attack here, and I should be able to overwhelm him as long as I just can keep my king safe. But one thing that will help me with keeping my king safe is that his king won't be all too safe after he has to play this. Because this I can just take. This is a move though. Nope. So you have to play g3, I assume. You could move so that check, go here, check, go there. I could take this pawn after. Do you have a threat? I mean, I'm pretty known to underestimating counterplay on my opponents. But after this, I could even try to just ask for a trade, maybe. I want to put a rook there and go over here. You're attacking a pawn. Do I care? I could give it check. You go there. Sadly enough, I have a dark squared bishop and not a light squared one. Rook here. You take. I can put a rook there. Your queen has to move, but keep defending the bishop. The rook, I meant. I could give it check. You go here. I don't have a threat with this other than just your rook. If I defend my rook, that looks dumb. Oh, and it blunders this, so I should do it like that, which looks even worse. If I do this, you can just take. Is that it? I think so. So check here, check there, take probably. Then I can take, you get check, and I have no clue why I will allow that. So I can put a rook there, but that looks stupid. And I don't know, yeah, it just looks dumb. I could ask for a queen trade, but you can just maybe even take, and I'm up 3 pawns. I could win more pawns, but is that useful? I don't know. So go here, take. Oh, after it takes and takes, I'm attacking your queen, but you might sack it. So if I go here, you take, I take. You still don't have checks. You have to move your queen, and maybe then I have threats. Yeah, I like that. Take, I attack your queen. You have to move. I could, I still have this threat. So I think you have to go like here. What if bishop there? I can pin you or give a check. You go here, give a check. You go there. I can take, but I'm defending this after, but after takes and takes, this is still a threat. Hmm. Probably I should have used more time again, but I don't know. I didn't sleep too well. I'll just blame that. That's actually a tendency that I have. Every time I don't sleep well, I think I'm just less patient and I just don't want to use my time. I just want to continue fast, which is a very dumb and counterproductive tendency to have. So now I could say, yeah, but why? Um, I could attack this, but that's also not useful. I should put this rook more active. That's probably... And now if you go here though, I don't really have a threat after, do I? Should have used more time again. I mean, same threats apply, like this just defense and I have more activity now, so now I'm maybe looking at these types of moves so that you have to move there. Yeah, I don't know what I gain from that interaction, but We will see. I believe. So if I go here, I do. Maybe I have here, queen there. Go there attacking this. I assume you have to play this because this looks like I can just go back and threaten a law. So I'm assuming if rook here, queen there, this, you go there and this traps your rook. That's a tactic I'm calculating. And I don't want to go for complications. I allow this. Why did I allow that? I can go here. So that after takes and takes, you don't really have a check that matters. I mean, I always have rook here if you check me, so it shouldn't matter at all. And I mean, this rook is still defending there. Oh, but I have rook here, move the queen. Take, check. Rook blocks, takes, and I cannot take back because this is hanging. Rook, bishop here, queen there. So that take, check. um, I mean, bishop here, there to take, but I think rook here could be annoying. Yeah, so I could ask for a queen trade too, but after takes with a check, takes. If you check me, I can do this maybe. Why did I allow this? That's so annoying. So I cannot move anywhere defending my bishop. If I go there, you could attack, and I could move here. I could counterattack your queen, but after you take my rook, I could take your rook, but then you can take, and check me, and I think I just lost my queen. So ask for a trade, take, check. I could go here, by the way, so that after take and take the same things apply, and you do not have a check nor infiltration. So what check do I have to block? Only this check if you check me like this. Maybe this check if you check me there. So, but if you check me there, I could block and take. Takes is still annoying, yeah. But I could go here, but after here takes, you can promote. Oh god, why did I allow this? So if I go here, even if the threat is to take, your king is somehow safe, which is disgusting. So I cannot go there. I could go here. If you attack me, what is my plan? I have no clue. I could go there after takes, queen takes. Yeah, that looks good. So here, what if you do this instead? Is that nope? I could go there after. And if you take, I could take with the queen. So here, take, and then rook there. Then I could take here maybe. So that take, we just trade, and after takes, you can take this pawn. And I could block though, and I'm still up a lot, so I think this works. I should be sure though, but I'm very impatient. I don't know. Um, I don't like playing like this, but I mean, I'm expecting some form of rook hero bishop takes, but I always think I can take and give away one of my pawns to just trade everything. Like here, take, and if you take, yeah. I mean, I could even take between, and if you take, so that you can take, I can block, and even though it takes and takes, this is defended, you have to go, I can push, for the rook, behind, so push, and I should be completely winning. And he always only has 3 minutes to figure things out, so I'm expecting this and takes, to be honest. I should calculate some sacrifices here, but I do not have a feeling that anything works. Like, you attack my queen, I counterattack, but takes, and your queen is defended, mine is not, so that should not work. Usually, tactics work in your favor if you have more activity and better piece coordination, which means that more pieces of your are defended than his pieces, but all of his pieces are so well defended. Yeah, so I just calculated this. So he can have a free pawn. By the way, takes and takes is very important that I control all of his queen checks so that he can, for example, check and take my queen after. But I think takes, and then take, and then I have a move so I can take here. So take, take. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. So I'm expecting him to trade everything, which is not smart. Oh, okay, fair enough. Oh my god. So I can still attack your queen, which is quite lucky. I didn't calculate this at all. Yeah, that's very lucky. And I control his other 2 checks. And if you take here, I can take with a check. Yeah, that is lucky. So let me take with a check. And I should coordinate my pieces, which is quite impossible somehow. I mean, you have this control now, and I cannot really stop it other than this. Why does this feel like I'm screwed? Like, go here to control this. You could take another pawn. I could... Oh, why does this feel so bad? I think I have to play this to control his infiltration. But he can just grab a pawn. I should push my passed pawn probably, but then you will have so much checks. My pieces aren't active. So I have to put my piece defended. You could check me. Is that mate? Oh, that's disgusting. So if I go here, this is still mate. There is no way I mess this up. If I go here, you just take my rook. Oh my god, there is no way I messed this up. How did I do that? How am I this talented in messing things up? Like, how is this a fork? That's impossible. I'm just losing. I'm totally lost. I just totally lost this position. Like, how? I'm up 3 points of material. 3. I'm totally losing. Like, completely. What? That's impossible. There's no way I cannot defend this, and I have a completely open queen and a completely free rook. Wow. I mean, yeah, I'm just completely lost. How am I this bad at endgames? Like, I mean, obviously I'm not using my time. I'm quite tilted, but that doesn't matter. That does matter a lot, but it didn't matter. So where did I go this wrong? So I was losing here already. This is a draw. I'm up 3 points of material. Wow. That's crazy. That's insane. And again, I should have just stopped his counterplay. I lost three. I mean, I drew and lost two that I should have completely won. And it's always the same. I should have just stopped his counterplay, stopped his counterplay, and stopped his counterplay. And here I'm totally winning, and I should have just asked the trade. I activate a piece and I'm totally losing. And I'm winning again. And here taking the pawn is bad. I should ask for this. Oh, I calculated that. Why did I not do that? I calculated this. Oh my god. Okay, uh, yeah, okay, I should just use more time, and I should have traded better and stopped his counterplay. So I'm pretty sure that was very helpful for the both of us. So for sure subscribe so you don't miss out on these tips, because this is a very helpful experience again. It's quite tilting, but I mean, I'll find it out the hard way so you don't have to. And I will see you in the next one.